Can you give our listener an example of a system to put in place, one or two that are crucial to enable this diversity in the organization, in the culture? Something that's really, easy to do and not too expensive or too much.
Yeah. So that is a great question. There are a few. I would say like quick wins, right? The first and most important, I think, is set up a system to constantly be getting feedback from the team. Josh Bersin and his team did a huge study about DEI efforts about 2 years ago. They found the most critical, intervention we can lead is to have mechanisms to continuously collect feedback from our team. If we are really good listeners, we're reminded that we're in this together. I think a lot of leaders, Karen, feel like they have to figure this all out on their own. They're like, well, I'm the one in charge. I've got to go find a way to make this all work. Bring your people along with you. Like, make this a mutual collective effort. Listen to what people say and what they need. And so even using a free, Google survey and have a quarterly pulse from your people, it goes such a long way. There are other, I would say very kind of quick wins. The one that I love to talk about from a hiring standpoint, Karen, that sometimes goes unaddressed is that we, when we're scoping our jobs and we're deciding to hire for a role, we tend to be actually quite lazy in how we do that. Right now, we can go to ChatGPT, we can type in, give me a job description for this software engineer, and it can spit something out very quickly. We can copy and paste it and we go to town. We tend to not slow down and ask ourselves, how are these requirements stacking up to my ability to cast a really wide net and recruit from underrepresented communities? So I really challenge leaders to push heavily on how they can eliminate non-essential requirements and how they can write a job description in a way that really just speaks to the core competencies of what you need to do, and not necessarily where you went to school or what degrees you have, or maybe these arbitrary years of experiences that we sometimes see. So, and if you think about what happens with that job description, is the trickle-down impact of having, basically a very narrow pool you can pull from because of your requirements. It hinders your diversity recruiting efforts. So I really challenge leaders to push on eliminating versus expanding.
I really love it. We start with the second example, because what you offer leaders is to see beyond, to see the potential of the person, not all the sentences that we usually say in order to be accepted. See beyond, see the person that sits in front of you, see the human being, see where you can go. Because at the end of the day, I think today we are looking also for people, correct me if I'm wrong, that know how to learn new things, that have agile mindset, right? Because we are continuously learning. So bring a wider perspective to this process.